Variety is the spice of life, and today we get into a whole slew of matches that you've got to check out. What's shaking, guys? It's Feldy bringing you another Clash Royale video, and today we are getting into a few different matches. But first, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys smash that bell button, subscribe, like this video, and comment below on what you guys are actually running in Clash Royale. Now, I'm going to bring you a variety of different levels, troop comps, and all sorts of fun things in Royale right now. This is a 2v2 in the P.E.K.K.A clan here. We've got quite the number of active players. It grew from literally 2 people to like 50 in a day. It's pretty insane. But look at this. This opponent is running like a goblin spam deck, and essentially what's going on is they're just trying to cycle through and just get these towers chipped down. Now, these guys on the back end here, our team, they are absolutely crushing the amount of what they actually can just drop down. And like, some of the timing is so unfortunate. Like that little goblin drop with the bomber right there, I've been on the opposite end of that, and that is just so demoralizing. But they are running a cycle deck, so it's going to be quick. And look at that. I mean, just 2 logs right in a row. This goblin barrel, and I mean, they're still doing a ton of damage. But can our team hang on? Look at this. The damage is just absolutely insane that they're doing with this chip damage. And it's like mirrors and all sorts of craziness. The Mega Knight goes down, and that Mega Knight actually did a... If you would have placed it at the very top of that tower, it would have taken out the 2 goblins right away, but instead they actually ended up dropping it on the side, which just took out one of the goblins. And yeah, so... But the Mega Knight ended up taking out the tower, which is pretty crazy to think about. And look at this. There is just about 50 seconds left in the match, and they are just ever so slightly chipping away at this tower. And holy smokes, how in the world and how unfortunate of placement is that to have that Valk right there just to slay that goblin barrel? Absolutely crazy. I mean, and then troop levels. This is where troop levels really come into play. That Dark Goblin was absolutely crushing that goblin gang and the goblins, and then another Mega Knight just to crush that goblin barrel. And I mean, these guys are trying everything here in their power, but the bomber comes down at just the right time. They even try a rage, and then sure enough, they're gonna try one last gasp here with that mirrored goblin barrel, but we end up placing a little ice spirit down just in the nick of time in case. Check that out. GG, a good game. Little laughing face from Destroyer there, but hey, it happens to us all. Good sports. It's kind of fun when you are trying so hard just to get that last little damage on a tower. Check this out. This is my attack, and I actually was working during this, and I was in between calls. And it was one of those like 10-minute in between calls. I hopped on the game and I was like, hey, I've got time. Literally right when I started the match, I ended up getting a call, so I couldn't take it. Well, it ended up being some call that I ended up transferring. So you can see literally this Lichty guy ended up taking the first tower, no problem whatsoever. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I can actually still play this game. I might as well try. And so sure enough, he's got right side tower down pretty well. He's just kind of bleeding elixir right now. I don't know why he was bleeding elixir at this point, but he's just kind of cycling through, thinking maybe I'm baiting him. Really, the honest truth was I honestly wasn't baiting him at all. I just was not even conscious that the game was going on because I was actually in the call. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and try this combo. I throw down that little Electro Spirit and some bats to combat that Prince, and sure enough, I'm able to take out the first tower with just a single push. This guy ends up throwing the Goblin Barrel. I end up having to log to combat it, and the rest is going to be a pretty chaotic match from here on out. I don't know if he thought maybe I was baiting him the entire time. I don't know how he was actually thinking, but at this point, I'm literally like, I have zero shot in this match whatsoever to win. If you just kind of look and see here, I mean, just no way I should win this, right? I mean, 80 left on that tower. I'm coming in. I've got this kind of semi-pushed. He zaps me. He's now got the Inferno Dragon. I can't get my zap down in time. So now I'm like kind of screwed, and he takes out the tower with that lovely push. I've got my good old Ram Rider. She at least is able to slow that Prince down, get that hit off, but then sure enough, the Hog Rider comes in on my tower. Well, 30 seconds left, and I don't know how I'm able to do it, but I do end up taking out that tower, and then the Ram Rider goes down to slow down that Valk, and then I've got a couple different strategy pushes here, and I'm just like, okay, I might as well try to get some kind of damage here. Well, the Lumberjack on the opposite side from that Prince ends up doing a good bit of damage, and he has no anti-air, so that balloon ends up taking out quite a good amount of damage. Well, now I'm just kind of playing defense, and I throw down the log. I miss the Goblin Barrel completely. I end up getting 2 of the 3, but then I'm like on defense because this Hog Rider, and then the Ram Rider goes up. Oh my gosh, it was just so chaotic. I don't know how I actually ended up winning that one. But this is going to be the last match for you guys. This is just a 1v1, and another awesome guy in our clan is going to try to, you know, do... Oh, this is Pekka. This is obviously, duh, this is our leader. This is his overpowered matchup here, which is what he calls the OP deck. It's the Pekka, it's the Wizard, and it's the Witch, and basically you just cycle through. You use the rest of the cards as defense, as you can kind of see. He's not even concerned about the other person's pushes because he knows his push is going to go so hardcore strong here. You guys are going to see it in just a few seconds here that he doesn't even worry himself with the mirrored Goblin Barrel. He's just going to throw down that Pekka with the Wizard and then rage it up right here, and it ends up being a super strong push, and voila, tower number 1 down for the count. Now, one of the critical things here is that Pekka actually ends up getting 1 swipe off on that tower, which is a really critical piece to this puzzle. You want to make sure that you're trying to get as much value in every single push as possible, so the longer that you can get your troops and keep them alive, definitely the better. But again, he's not going to even care 1 iota about that other push. He's going to kind of do a little tiny sleight of hand, I guess, misdirection, sleight of hand, whatever you want to call it, to try to get him to throw down all of his troops on the other side. And then what's going to happen is he throws down his guards to defend, his minions as well to kind of just help with that push a little bit. Guy ends up taking the tower, but it's no harm, no foul, because essentially what he's doing is he's dropping his Wizard, then he's just going to drop that Pekka right on that Princess, and the rest is going to be history from here on out. I hope that you guys can maybe utilize some of these strategies in Clash Royale. I know it's a super interesting time in Royale. The meta is definitely in favor of the Pekka. Hey, it is what it is. I hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. I don't know how many videos I'm going to get to this week. Just kind of one of those things where I want to still do 2 videos a week, but yeah, life is kind of throwing some curveballs. So we're rolling with the punches here, and we're gonna throw as many videos as we can. Definitely check these decks out. And that is going to do it for a 3 crown in 3, 2, 1. Game over. Till next time, Feldy. Peace. Have fun.